Hello, welcome to Yahki. In this tutorial, teachers will find out how they can make global learning connections using Yahki. Find out how teachers can connect with other teachers around the world and with their classes so that learners can collaborate globally, developing a more authentic, student-driven and memorable learning experience. You'll find out how you can use Yahki to ask, say, a class in Cairo about ancient Egyptian historic sites, or perhaps collaborate with students in the Commonwealth of Independent States about the Russian Federation's transition from communism, or perhaps connect with classes in England, India, Australia and New Zealand and ask them about their obsession with cricket, or find out what global issues classes in Kenya, China and Singapore are studying, perhaps even learn French from students in France. The first step to building global collaboration for your students is to connect with other like-minded teachers across the Yahki Global Network. And that's easy to do. Simply go to yahki.com/Yahki. Then go to Following and see who Yahki is following. Yahki is following educators from around the world, mostly in K-12, who have been using Yahki and who have an interest in building global connections. You'll find teachers from almost every continent. You can read their profiles to see what their particular interests are. Or you can click on their profile and see what sorts of topics or curriculum areas the teacher has an interest in. Another way to make connections is to search on a topic of interest to you and your class, for example, history, and you do this by searching story. You can browse through the various stories on the topic of history and find one that's of particular interest, say here. Follow that educator by clicking on follow. You'll need to sign in to do that. So you simply follow the educator and they will probably follow you back. You can then build the connection by clicking on, say, one of the items in the teacher's story or portfolio and perhaps liking it or collecting it and adding it to a set. Or you can add a comment that you would like to connect. In many cases, teachers will be happy to respond and establish a connection with you, and we will look at how you do that in just a moment. Another way to make global connections between classes in Yahki is to simply tweet your request using the Yahki hashtag and adding the course or year level and perhaps the topic that you want to collaborate with, and being able to connect with teachers that way through subsequent connections in Yahki. Once you've made the connection with an educator from somewhere else in the world, and there's an agreement to work together with the respective classes, here are some great tips on how to get started. A good way to start is to agree a tag for your collaboration. Say in the case of Texas and Kazakhstan students collaborating on the transition of the Russian Federation and perhaps the Texas Revolution, those teachers and students might work with the Tex-Kazakh1 tag for their collaboration. And so when the teachers were setting up some activities for their students using the Compose tool in Yahki, the teachers or students could set up some area of inquiry, and once the collaboration topic is agreed and certain activities are set out, all the classes need to do is to add their tag and other tags that relate to the topic. Then the students and or teacher can begin their inquiry questions or sharing resources, whether it be video or articles or links to websites, and the collaboration can begin in earnest. It could be synchronous or, in some cases, given time zones, asynchronous. And asynchronous collaboration can be even more powerful sometimes. Then students or the class groups can engage in questioning and discussion on the various topics. And then there are many ways in Yahki to showcase the collaboration, to showcase the great work by students in each of the locations, to showcase it with the community or with the respective schools. And finally, search on Yahki FAQs to find other tutorials on how to get the most from Yahki, whether it be in areas of e-safety, or how to share student learning, or how to use the different tools for a more enriched and exciting learning experience for students. There are even tips on how to use Yahki for the first time with the students in your own class. Thank you.